What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another G80 M3 install DIY video. Today, I'm obviously not in the garage yet, but it's because we are going to be talking about tuning your G80 M3. So I'm actually here in my office. I'm gonna actually show you guys what this looks like on the laptop first, and then we're gonna go out to the car and actually tune the car. So just to kind of give you guys a little bit of a background, if you guys missed the last video, I actually sent my DME out to Finland to have it completely unlocked. All right, so when it comes to tuning, especially for the G8X platform, you've got a couple different options. You've got piggyback tunes like JB4 or Daler. There's a couple different companies out on the market that are currently doing piggyback tunes. Second, you have a flash tune, which is actually what we're going to be doing on my car. So again, I sent my DME out to Finland in the last video, had the DME completely unlocked because my car is a post 2020 model vehicle. And so that's just a DOT regulation where they are actually locking the DMEs on all BMWs after I think June 2020. So if you have a model that's after June 2020, you will have to send your DME over to Finland to have it completely unlocked over there in order to do a flash tune. If that's not your cup of tea and you want to keep it simple and spend a little bit less money, you can go with a piggyback tune. The difference is really between a piggyback and a flash tune is that a flash tune is actually more customizable. It does, a lot of these companies do have off-the-shelf maps that you can run, but the great thing is you can actually do custom tunes and really customize, the tune to squeeze out as much power at a safe parameters versus a piggyback tune like a JB4 or a Daler or something of that nature. You are basically just increasing the boost levels without changing very many of the variables and the timing and things like that that go into play with a flash tune. So it depends on how much power you're trying to squeeze out of the car. The great thing with the G8X platform is that it's extremely capable, even just with a JB4. I've read plenty of great things about them. So it just depends on how much power you want to make. If you're thinking 600 to 620, 610, 620 at the wheels, that's all you are going to need is a piggyback tune. If you're trying to go for 650, 700, 700 plus, then you are going to want to look into sending your DME over to Finland, which is a little bit of a scary process. But again, go check out that video right before this one that I did. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to check it out. I went through Euro Performance Center, sent the DME out, physically took it out of my car, sent it over to them. They hand delivered it in Finland to a company called FEMTO, unlocked the DME and flew it home and sent it back to me. And so I put it all back in my car. The car runs completely normal again. It's totally stock, but at least the DME is unlocked. And so that gave me the ability to buy a flash tune. And so for today, I'm going to show you guys what that flash tune is. We actually went with boot mode, and for the time being, I am going to go with an off-the-shelf map. I'm eventually gonna throw a little bit of ethanol at this car as well, and maybe down the line, if I want more power, which I probably will, I'll probably have a custom tune done by somebody and try to make more power, because my goal with this car is actually gonna be about 700 wheel with a manual. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, I just wanted to explain that first, and now I can kind of show you guys what this looks like on the laptop. All right, so this is boot mode. So if you did purchase a boot mode license, then this is how you're going to go about this. Again, if you're looking to purchase a flash tune, definitely check out some of my my sponsors on the channel. Keys Motorsports sells boot mode, so you can easily pick this up for not only your G80, but if you've got a B58 or some other motor that you are looking to unlock and add some more power to. I've used boot mode in the past with my 335. I used boot mode on my F80, and it's been great to me. So I wanted to stick with the same platform. I'm very familiar with it, and so it just makes sense to me. So if this is your first time with boot mode, what you want to do is first purchase a boot mode license, and you're going to do that, like I said, through one of my sponsors. So I'll have a link in the description below to Keys Motorsports website if you want to check out a flash tune from them with boot mode. So after you purchase your boot mode license, you're also going to need a OBD. Let me show you this. So I've got this from Keys Motorsports as well. This is how we're actually going to flash tune the car. So this is an OBD adapter, We're basically going to be able to connect our laptop into our OBD port, and we're going to be able to load the tune that way. Additionally, they do have Bluetooth versions as well, so just kind of depends on what you're looking for. You don't have to use this one, but the link will be in the description if you want one of these. And so what you're going to do then is you're going to create an account if you don't have one already with BOOTMOD. So you're going to go to BOOTMOD3 and you're going to hit new account, put in all your information, and then sign in. And so as you guys can see, it does say OBD agent is detected, but the VIN is unavailable. We aren't actually connected to the car since we are here in my office, but what we're going to do is actually physically connect this to the car, and it should read and log me in. I've already got an account created. Additionally, you have to download their OBD agent, which ends up putting an icon on your desktop, so you just want to make sure that is open as well. And then when you're ready to flash tune, all you need to do is go to bootmod.net and sign in. All right, so after you've created an account and you've logged in, it should bring you to this page. It obviously says no registered vehicle found on my account at this point. So I am going to register it and connect my Ethernet cable, which is this guy right here. And we're going to connect it to the car's OBD port and then start the OBD agent. Click on activate vehicle in order to proceed through the process. All right, so we've got our OBD connected there, and I actually am using the BOOTMOD app. So once you do that, you'll see that I've connected it via the keys adapter down there. So I had to join Keys' Wi-Fi, put the password in, and it says here that there's no registered vehicles found in my account. So what I need to do is hit register vehicle. We'll follow the prompts here. Let's get started. Connect your phone to BOOTMOD Wi-Fi adapter. So we can do it by two ways. I'm going to do it by Wi-Fi. Once connected, you will see the IP settings for your Wi-Fi connection. When using Wi-Fi, you may need to disconnect the Apple CarPlay and Wi-Fi. So I'm going to make sure that I am disconnecting from my vehicle's Bluetooth. Alright, so I've disconnected my Apple CarPlay through my iDrive. Alright, so now I need to put in my activation key, which should be in the email that you received from BOOTMOD. Alright, so after you put in your code, then you can hit register, and obviously you can see register is complete, so I can look at OTS maps, and here it'll tell us we're on the stock tune here currently, so I'm going to go ahead and download that just to make sure that I have it, and then we can look at the off-the-shelf map. So again, BOOTMOD does come with several off-the-shelf maps depending on the modifications that you have on your car. There are also an ethanol map as well, I believe, maybe even more than one of those, and then you have the option to go through a custom tuner, which BOOTMOD has an entire list of custom tuners, and they can actually custom tune the car for you and make it vehicle specific. So I went ahead and downloaded my stock tune, and now we have that just in case we ever need to revert back. I can click on this OTS maps. I can download some of these, so you'll see that we've got a couple on here. I haven't loaded these officially, but they are going to be loaded onto my app here. And so there's a stage 0 plus, stage 1, stage 2, and you can kind of open these up and look and see what you need. So a stage 2 91 octane is going to require high flow downpipes. So if I go back, you can see those are the three maps there. I can even change to 93. So I run 93 here in the state of Ohio. And so you can see here, these are the appropriate maps for that. So I can do a stage 1 on 91 or 93 with stock hardware, no modifications needed. I'm going to pick the 93. So obviously there's also 91, 93, some of these other maps, E30. So it depends on your fuel, E50 that you're running, whatever the case may be. So that's what we're going to do. And then after that, so you can even request custom maps down here as well. And so again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to download, let's see what the stage stage 0 plus is going to be an OEM M4 CSL calibration. So I'm going to go ahead and just download a couple of these. And so you can see right there, I'm basically adding that to my profile here, and it will be available for me to flip on the fly if I wanted to through my mobile app here and my Bluetooth dongle. So really, you don't need a laptop. You could do it that way and connect you know, hardwire internet or whatever the case may be and do it that way, but this allows me to do this on the fly. You know, I'm at a gas station, let's say I'm switching between 93 and ethanol. I can easily, you know, leave my dongle plugged in here and swap the map just right here on my phone once it's downloaded, obviously. So there you go. I'm going to download this stage 1 here as well. And I don't have downpipes. I'm on stock downpipe, so I don't think I'm going to download the stage 2 tune right now. Eventually I'll do a custom one like I mentioned earlier in the video, but for now I think I'm just going to run a stage 1 and, you know, 91, 93 octane map and be good to go. Alright, so now that we've got our maps downloaded to our device here, what I'm going to do is actually flip over now to change my Wi-Fi to the Keys dongle, and you'll see that it's connected. Now I can go back into my boot mode app and I can reconnect here. Let's see here. There we go. It takes a second just to connect, so you can see now that we are actually connected here. Here's the DME software details, and yeah, so now we should be able to actually go to a map, and I'm going to upload this one here, and I can actually change all types of different variables in terms of exhaust, burble, all this kind of stuff here, exhaust flap, speed limiter. So there's several different things I can do here. Also, I do want to mention, before you flash tune this, you want to make sure that your driver's seatbelt is connected and plugged in. You want to make sure that your headlights are off, your air conditioning is, and all that is off, in addition to disconnecting from Apple CarPlay if you have it. And yeah, you should be good to go. And then you should also turn off the updates that are on your BMW mobile app, as well as the software updates that are in iDrive, because if you have a locked DME and you do not turn off those updates and BMW decides to do an update over the airwaves, you will end up locking the DME again, and you'll have to ship it back out to Finland and have it re-unlocked. So I'm going to go ahead and upload this stage 1 right here. And so this is going to change the sport display. Mine's a 6-speed manual. Burble is activated, as well as boost pressure increase. So again, no modifications needed for this. So I'm going to go ahead and down here and hit flash, and hit flash again. It requires an unlock, just a warning message, hit confirm, and we can go ahead and hit yes. You can also put this on a battery charger, and it does tell you right here, turn off your headlights, all that stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and hit flash. This shouldn't take horribly too long. The car is gonna do some crazy weird things. You'll hear some chimes and all kinds of stuff. You'll see control messages that pop up. Just let it do its thing. It shouldn't take too long. Obviously you can see right now we're already at, you know, 85%. So just nearing completion here, and we should be good to go. So again, car's doing some crazy little things here, but just don't get in and out of the car. Don't open your doors. Leave it all alone. This will do its thing, and then there you go. Obviously it says boot mode stage 1, 91 octane flash map, or map flash successfully. So there you go. That took not very long at all. Hit done, and we should be good. So actually what I'm going to do now, we can drive it and see how it goes. All I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the car off completely, and that will automatically disconnect me here, and we should be able to turn the car on again and go back to normal. So there we go. Let's see if we have any lights or anything on the dash. As you can see, we do not. Very cool. Good to go. All right, very nice. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to play with these burble settings and change some parameters here real quick. So I'm going to log back in here, close out on the app, log back in, hit start. We're going to go back into connecting to the actual DME in the car. So it just takes a second here. You'll see this whole process basically from start to finish at this point now. And I'm going to show you guys some of the settings and things like that that we can actually modify with the off-the-shelf map. So as you guys can see, it does take a second here to connect. And then you'll hear the car doing some clicking and things like that. Down here you'll see that we are connected. It does say that custom ROM is detected. So we are, through FEMTO. And so we can go right into the map here. Again, we're going to do this, my maps here. I'm going to click on this one here, stage 1. I'm going to actually modify this a little bit. If I go up here to this little pinwheel, I can change exhaust burble settings. We can do OEM, off the shelf, original, turn them off completely, or customize. So duration, duration in terms of seconds, duration for comfort, for sport, aggression is on, let's see here, it goes all the way to 12, so we can turn this up if we want. I'm gonna go, let's try 8.5. Aggression, oh wait, that's regular mode. Let's leave that back on 5. So these are just kind of my settings that I'm gonna try out. If I can get it right, whatever. Let's get it back down to 5. Duration in sport mode, I'm going to go a little bit longer. This is number of seconds, so I'm going to go 4 seconds. Aggression in sport, I'm going to go 8.5. Scroll down here, minimum speed is 0, maximum speed 100, that's fine. Minimum RPM to do it, maximum RPM, we'll just take this all the way up to red line to 8,000. So there we go there. And then we'll go back. Cooling, I can turn cold start off. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I don't mind the cold start because I do have cats. And the car has stock exhaust, so it's not super loud. Engine RPM on cold start, I can choose electronic wastegate, disable, exhaust flap. I can do in sport mode, I'm going to have it fully open. Okay. Speed limiter, I'm going to go no limiter. So this removes the factory top speed. Let's see here. Catalytic monitors, I'll leave that on. OPF, that doesn't apply. Anti-lag, I'm just going to leave it because I don't need that right now. Throttle sensitivity, I can customize that. I'm going to leave that for now. Max boost, I can change max boost limiter as well. We're right now going to be pushing 24.9 pounds PSI. Torque by gear I can change. So there's a lot of customization here, as you guys can see. So I think that's all I'm going to do though. So if I go back here and then get rid of this, let's see here, go back down here, hit flash again, and this will take a matter of seconds because we really already unlocked it and added the last tune. So this should go a matter of less than a minute for sure, less than 30 seconds I'd say, even just because we only changed a few parameters. So there's that. And as you guys can see here, exiting, flashing complete, bringing all other ECUs out of sleep mode, and boom, there we go, written, good to go. Hit done, and that's it. So we can take this car out for a spin and see how it goes. Alright guys, so I just got back from a drive on the stage 1 OTS map with all of those settings that I showed you guys in the previous clip. So this thing absolutely flies. And the burbles aren't too bad. It's, you know, obviously still stock exhaust, so it's not too crazy. So I think I'm gonna leave it like that. But man, this thing moves, and it might be as fast, if not faster. I think it might be faster than my F80 M3 was with a custom tune. So my plan is to rock this for a while until I get used to it, and eventually maybe, you know, head down the rabbit hole of doing custom tunes and making it even faster. So highly recommend it. It's been a pretty easy experience so far. So if you guys have comments, questions, or concerns about the boot mode process or the FEMTO DME Unlock and that whole process with your Performance Center, please let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, we'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.